So look what I have here. What do you think is hiding underneath these greens? What do you think is hiding underneath these greens? Let's look and find out. Oh, it's a huge, giant turnip. When we eat turnips, we're eating an enlarged part of the roots. So look, I'm gonna pull out the turnip I might need two hands, but let's see if I can do it with one hand. Oh, it came up easy. Look at that. Can you see it? Where is it? There. Here, let me set up a frame. Can you see that big turnip? It's about as big as my head. That's a big turnip. It might be bigger than my head. What do you think? Is the turnip bigger than my head or smaller than my head? Or is the turnip the same size as my head? What would you think if I changed my hairdo? Had a turnip top. Ooh. So there's our turnip. So when we eat the turnip, we eat the root. I almost want to get a knife and cut it open so we can look inside. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm back and I have a very sharp knife. It's called a machete. This is not something that you would ever use at home, but this is a tool that I have on my farm. It is traditionally used for opening coconuts, or in some countries where people don't have lawnmowers or weed whackers, they use these to chop weeds and grasses in their yard. This is kind of like their lawnmower. So today I'm going to chop open the turnip. So let's see what it looks like inside. I'm going to kind of clean off the knife. I'm going to make an aim, and I'm going to be careful when you're using a knife. You want to make sure your body is standing to the side in case the knife swung back. I would not want to be standing back here. That would not be safe. So my body's over here. I'm out of the way of the machete. I'm going to see if I can do it in one clean cut. You think I can do it? We'll see. Okay. Was not exactly where I was aiming, but that's okay. Wow. So look inside of our turnip. This is too big for us to eat. We wouldn't really want to eat this. It's very overgrown. It's been left in the garden for too long. I don't know if I can focus. See how it's hollow on the inside? So there's kind of that cavity in there. So we wouldn't really want to eat this, but it's just kind of cool to see what the root looks like inside. Let me see if I can cut it in half one more time. Not sure if you can see that. Remember my body over here. Okay. There, so there's another cross section of the turnip. Pretty cool. Okay, class, it's Miss Dana, your garden and cooking teacher. So we just saw a huge turnip pulled out of the garden. So now I have a little project for you. I would like you to make a list of all the roots that you can eat. So pause the video, go get a piece of paper and a pencil, and then come back. Are you back yet? You've got your paper and pencil? Okay, let's start together. So roots we eat. We can definitely list turnip as our first one. Let's number them too. So turnip's number 1. Maybe even draw kind of a picture of the turnip. It kind of looked kind of funny like this, huh? It had those big leaves. We didn't really see much roots coming out at the bottom. So there's our turnip. What other roots can you think of that we eat? How about a carrot? Carrot, that's a good one. So you might need to get out an orange crayon or something to draw your carrot. Sometimes they have little stripes on them. Carrots are really kind of feathery feathery leaves. I kind of made my carrot a funny shape. There's my carrot. I'll give it one more leaf. Yeah, so what color are carrots? Maybe I should get some different colors. Maybe for my next video I'll be set up with crayons. Carrots are orange. That's right. And our turnip was kind of, we'll call it cream colored. Good. So can you think of a third root that we eat? One that we maybe use to make French fries with. Sometimes we mash it for Thanksgiving. And that's right, potatoes. Potatoes they're not technically roots, but they do grow underground. They're tubers. That's where the plant stores food and starch for it. So potatoes. Let's draw a potato. It's kind of just like a round thing with you just put some shading on it. There's our potato. And potatoes, what color are potatoes on the outside? On the outside, they're brown. And on the inside, they're white. And sometimes you have purple potatoes, or maybe red on the outside, but for the most part, they're brown on the outside, white on the inside. Ooh, what about, let's take potatoes and make them sweet. We have yams. Yams, or some people call them sweet potatoes. They're pretty similar. Potatoes. Good. So they're not totally related. They're kind of a little bit longer, right? So there's kind of our sweet potato, and sweet potatoes are often they're brown on the outside and maybe orange on the inside. So they're a super fun one to eat. I love sweet potatoes. Let's see. How about another one? Does anybody remember the garden candy that we tried the other day at school? I passed around it after school, and it was bright pink or a dark deep red. Those were beets. So a beet is super sweet. They're kind of round like a heart, and they've got nice looking leaves with red stems coming up the top. So there's our beet. So, and I'm going to call that color, what do you think, magenta? Or do you want to say pink? I know some of you have said red, so all of those would be good answers. Can you think of any more roots that we can eat? How about a radish? Radishes are some of the fastest roots and fastest vegetables that you can grow at home. And radishes are roots. They kind of look like a beet, except they're much smaller. And radishes are sometimes, let's see, they're red on the outside and white on the inside. Good job coming up with a list of roots that you can eat. Now let's talk about, how do roots help plants? Do you have any ideas? How do roots help plants? We'll talk about that on our next video. See you then.